Talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. Out of my mind, out of my mind. Wrote it down and read it out, hoping it would save me. Too many times, too many times. My love, he makes it feel like nobody else, nobody else. But my love, he doesn't love me, so I tell myself, one, don't pick up the phone, you know he's only calling cause he's walking alone. Two, don't let him in, you have to kick him out again. Three, don't be a friend, you know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're him, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count him.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Charlotte Hornets. Checking out the Hornets, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And tonight, we get to watch Miles Bridges, one of the more explosive young players in the league. Shaq, what do you like about it?
Ferocious, dunks everything he can, high energy, never takes a playoff.
Yep. His shooting has improved every year as well, Ernie. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's come miles with that.
He needs to keep refining his skill set, but I like him. I got it. He needs to come miles.
He's going miles with that.
I got it. I caught that.
Bridging his game from the collegiate ranks
to
the NBA. Miles Bridges. Can have a lot of fun with his name. Here's Kevin Harlan.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Michigan State, number 23, Draymond Green! At center, standing 6'11", number 0, DeMarcus Cousins. From Washington State, number 11, Klay Thompson! And from Davidson, number 30, Stephan Curry! At the small forward position, at 6'9", number 35, Kevin Durant. The head coach of your home team is Stephen Kerr. Let's hear it for your Golden State Warriors.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. the home of the Warriors, live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Last game for the Warriors, the loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota. They battled and battled, but could not pull it off at the end. Guys losing by just a single point.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard. I think we would have to quantify that one as an upset.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt. They came in as the favorite, seemed to lose their confidence down the stretch, started to play tight, and let that one slip away.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Williams is down low with Zeller. Walker and Batum are the guard pair. And it's Bridges in at the 3. Curry brings the double. And the dunk by Zeller.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money. Kemba Walker continuing the fine tradition of New York point guards. He should not go unmentioned when you talk about the NBA's best ball handlers.
Now, here's Bridges after the miss from Stephen Curry.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Hornets shooting their first free throws of the night.
Kemba Walker at the line for 2.
That one is off. We have two teams tonight, Doris, with a lot of experience between them. What type of game, in your view, does that typically result in?
Well, typically you see a very well-played game, very few turnovers from either side, a high level of execution on both the offensive and defensive ends, and sometimes it comes down to the little things. Who wins the 50-50 balls? Who goes to the free throw line more? When you're talking about two high-caliber, experienced teams, it's the little things that make a difference.
Attention to detail. Well said.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Walker finds Batum. Back to Walker. Lets it go with a 3. Thompson with the rebound. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Green. Curry's got his first bucket in this one.
Sometimes it simply doesn't matter how good your defense is against Steph Curry. This guy is determined to finish.
Pass to Bridges. And Cousins comes over to help. Here's Batum. Great D that time from Green.
Well, it looks like he's going to get the easy 2 points, but the defense recovers just in time to effect it.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Miles Bridges.
You have to be careful around Kevin Durant because this guy loves to get fouled on the way up. He views free throws as easy points. You know, what you love about Kevin Durant is he has established himself as a top 2 player in the NBA. But the reality is he's never forgotten where he's come from. His charity work, his commitment to the communities and to the places that have shaped him. It's really kind of cool, Kevin.
2 shots.
And that one misses. And in 2013, there was a series of commercials calling Durant the nicest guy in the NBA.
Well, let's remember, Kevin, at that time he was a beloved figure in Oklahoma City. He remains tight with a number of staff members there just because of the kind of person and the kind of professional he was. What you love about Kevin Durant is he's a top 2 player in the NBA. But in terms of his charity work, he is right there as well. You know, in this era of the Golden State Warriors, it's easy to forget the lean years. Prior to this 6-year run, guys, the last time they had made it to the playoffs 4 consecutive seasons, 1952.
Walker in the post, guarded by Curry. There's Williams with the three.
I just love the fire with which Draymond Green plays defense. This man does not let you get comfortable.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, the defense better take notice because you can't let guys get comfy shooting from their spots.
Bridges, no one around him. Off target from outside. And Doris, the Warriors' 6-year playoff run tying their record set in the first 6 years of the franchise's existence.
That's when they were playing back in Philadelphia. And just to give you a little more context, only 3 of those seasons did they have a winning record. Make no mistake, this is the golden era of Warriors basketball.
And Cousins gets it to go. Hornets trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Batum kicks to Bridges. And the 3-ball is good.
Just so precise off the pass. I like how Bridges prepares himself to shoot as the ball is coming his way.
Now here's Durant. 23 points for him the last game against Minnesota.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
Out left to the wing. Walker the pass to Zeller. Back to Walker. Shoots over Curry. Walker's shot is off.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than his share if he's left open.
Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Durant's got 7.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done. Well, I'll tell you, it hasn't been his best quarter, but we know he won't get discouraged. This guy will keep grinding.
That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. No debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
Now here's Walker. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there. That is really solid offense. You cannot waste those chances.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, wow. Kev, how about that fantastic look by Steph Curry? The ability to create and make the guys around him better.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Charlotte. 7-point differential. Now the feed to Zeller. And there's Bridges on the assist by Zeller. And that's now 7 points for Miles Bridges. Curry is inside. Working on Walker. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
What I love about Stephen Curry is the pure joy he gets from playing the game of basketball. He will put everything on the line every single night he's on the floor.
The Warriors have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loop shots.
And he makes the first.
How about Steph Curry, guys? You look at the superstar beginnings. Think about he was born in Akron, Ohio, the same city as, of course, the great LeBron James. In fact, born in the same hospital, just 39 months apart. Something in the water over there, guys.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And talking about Curry's start, his parents were tremendous athletes themselves.
That's exactly right. His father, Dell, played 16 seasons in the NBA. His mom was a standout volleyball player. His sister was, too. Athleticism runs in the family. Those are some pretty good genes.
Here is Durant, following the basket by Nicholas Batum.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. Of course, we know for a few chosen individuals, the best of the best, this is the last leg now in the race for the MVP.
That is correct, Kevin. There's been a narrative that's built all season. But sometimes the way you close out a season can ultimately decide the vote because it's the last thing in the minds of the voters. You've piled up your stats. You've tried to win as many games as possible. But a finishing kick is so important in this race.
And these players know it, don't they? I mean, they say, oh, I'm not paying attention to it, but really, I mean, come on. They're human. Of course they are, right?
They're paying attention, no doubt.
chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for Durant.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
Now, here's Bridges. 17 points for him last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play offense.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, you see, if you're going to foul him, you've got to wrap Kevin Durant up. He's too good at absorbing contact and finding a way to score.
First personal foul.
The offensive prowess of Kevin Durant, we knew it even back in high school, but winning the NBA scoring title at age 21, Doris, that really sealed the deal.
Yeah, in fact, Kevin becoming the youngest player to ever win a scoring title. He's obviously gone on to do it multiple times. And to me, where he's really advanced is his ability to make plays for the teammates around him. Kevin Durant prides himself on affecting winning at both ends of the floor.
The free throw drops for Durant.
What you love about Kevin Durant is he's an MVP-level candidate every year, and yet there's a hunger and a thirst to get better at basketball. This is so fun to watch.
And there's the call on Durant. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, it picks up that second foul very early in this game. He's going to have to tread lightly for the rest of this half.
On defense, the Warriors, they're leading by 8. Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Just rising up with purpose. Allow Bridges to get this kind of positioning. He is going to hammer it home.
Durant, that's good.
Boy, he has exploded. You couldn't ask for a better quarter from a guy.
Bridges misses.
The defense not doing its job there. Left him wide open, and I'm sure he's kicking himself for not cashing in.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, they've been aggressive and assertive right from the opening tip. They've seized command of this game. Let's see what happens.
Here's Walker. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. And Walker kicks to Bridges. No good on the three. Warriors leading by 10. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I got to talk to James Borrego a bit a few minutes ago. He said in the first meeting between these teams, his guys weren't as sharp as they needed to be offensively. He thinks that cost him the game. He told me, if we take care of the basketball and execute in half court like I know we're capable of, it puts us in a good position to win tonight. Well, we'll see if that holds true tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. So if their coach is right, their success today will depend on how well they shoot the ball.
And they're going to have to work hard at the offensive end to make that happen. Strong player movement and ball movement will be key.
Well, exactly, because you can have the most dangerous shooters in the league, but if they're not sharing... How about the quick jump from Kevin Durant? He was impressive on that one.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Charlotte calls timeout. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
You ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count him.
Changes. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant, and it's Livingston in for Thompson. Hornets trail by 16. Double team on Parker. Here's Lamb. Charlotte no good that time either. Here's Curry with the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Now, here's Monk. He's covered by Livingston. Parker outside. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Warriors leading by 19. The drive by Green, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Parker with the bounce pass. Monk, no one around him. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Cousins has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
I think one thing to think about when you talk about Steve Kerr is how much he has relished having an opportunity to coach an amazing collection of talent. He knows more perhaps than most that great players are required to be successful. That doesn't mean it's an easy job. You've got to manage expectations year after year.
With one.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Green. And as you watch Kerr, he really has his own distinct coaching style.
How about Kevin? He once said that coaching is 90% creating environment and 10% strategy. Now listen, we know this guy is tremendous with X and O's, but there's something helpful about his sense of humor and his upfront, honest approach.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Back to Parker. A floater, and he lays it up and in. Parker's got his first 2 points of the night.
The soft floater from Parker is truly a wonderful thing to behold.
Livingston, that's good.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
Here's Monk. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Sweet little floater.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
It's stolen by Livingston. And it's the Warriors on the break. Ahead, Parker with the steal. For the three. The shot by Monk is no good. Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. And Green gets it to go.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
And it's Green with the jam.
Well, it's the size that Livingston presents at the point guard spot that's so unique. This guy is terrific, finding the open man.
Charlotte shooting 42% to begin this game. In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. The dish to Parker. Charlotte moving it around. The shot's good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Curry with the three. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists now in this one.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And the dunk by Biyombo.
Well, showing off that athleticism is Bismack Biyombo. That's an easy one.
Curry with it. He's picked up by Parker, and the basket is good. Curry's got 14 points for the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Knocks it loose. Monk, the pass to Parker. Biyombo in the post. He's guarded by Cousins.
Timeout.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, Cousins is a legitimate shot-blocking threat, using that reach to deter shots.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Andre Iguodala had some versatility coming into the league, but Doris, he's now developed into the ultimate chameleon.
Well, Steve Kerr calls Andre Iguodala maybe the smartest player he's ever coached. And think about since he's entered the league, he's become stronger and a more consistent shooter. He understands exactly what the team needs moment to moment. This guy's completely unselfish, makes the right plays. I mean, this guy is a perfect player for any system.
Changes here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Cousins. Jerebko comes in for Green. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Steph Curry. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Jeremy Lamb. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
Well, you got to admire how effective Andre Iguodala is, just excelling at getting inside and finishing with authority.
35 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Monk kicks to Biyombo. The shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. Knocks down the three ball. Kaminsky's got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Cook. Plays it up off the glass.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Well, I think they're getting quality shots, and it's thanks to how aggressive they have been in this half.
Monk, the pass to Parker. The shot's good. Parker's got his second basket of the night.
And able to get it done once again in close. Just one of the ultimate finishers at the rim.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Monk. The Warriors have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Sean Livingston, 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
What's extraordinary to me is Sean Livingston nearly didn't have an NBA career because of that horrific injury. But how about the ability to overcome that and be a key part of a team? Truly extraordinary.
Livingston hits both of them. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. One of the most talented big men in the game, DeMarcus Cousins, talked about his maturation over time.
Being a player that thought he knew it all, thought he was the best thing walking, and I think I've humbled myself a lot since then. So, of course, my game has grown, my knowledge of the game has grown, my IQ, but it's just the typical thing from a rookie to a veteran.
And Greg, you see it on the floor now. When Cousins keeps his emotions in check, he's a force on the floor.
And Kevin, that's the key. When he's focused on the game and not the refs, he is almost unstoppable.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
I think their play calling has been exceptional. They've played with purpose and they've played with aggressiveness.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Parker and Monk, that's their backcourt. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Kaminsky. And it's Biyombo at center, locking down the middle. The shot's good from Jerebko.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
And it's good assisting on the play with Livingston. Livingston's got 4 assists in the game. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Charlotte Hornets. To the paint, here's Kidd-Gilchrist. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Extraordinary work from Parker to find his teammate for the open basket. His passing is just phenomenal. And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Double team on Parker, and Charlotte turns it over again.
Golden State ball.
And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Thursday, they'll start out on the road and play the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And for that matchup with the Clippers, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Parker double teamed. Passes it to Biyombo. Kicks to Monk. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Kaminsky misses.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Parker. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. And finished off by Kaminsky.
And you got to appreciate just the presence of mind there. Monk demonstrating solid court awareness by finding the open man.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Outside, Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
Michael Kidd.
And it's 7 points for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Well, a lack of effort defensively, and he gets a very good look from deep. You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
Iguodala against Parker. And the pass to Kaminsky. Parker's shot is off. Parker's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Here's Jerebko. Again, Golden State.
Putting on a clinic this quarter. I mean, what a tremendous outburst scoring-wise.
Parker kicks to Monk. Pass to Kaminsky. Now, here's Monk. Not a lot of room. And finished off by Kaminsky.
How good is that pass? Certainly makes the offensive opportunity easy.
Here's Livingston. And he drops it in from the low post. Livingston's got 6. Hornets have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Pass to Monk. And it's the Hornets another 3. Doris, when it comes to filling in the rest of a roster, the pieces around your star players, what qualities do you think these teams are looking for, or would you be looking for in a role player?
Well, I think one of the first things you have to think about, or what are the best attributes of my stars? So is my star a great driver creator? Then I need to put great shooters around him to enhance his driving and playmaking abilities. But the other part of a role player is you've got to be willing to do the dirty work, to sacrifice the headlines and dig in on the defensive end, to absorb the best matchup of the opponent every night. And that means sometimes you're going to get scored on 5-6 times in a row. That's how good the offensive players in the league are. So there are many qualities, but those are just a couple off the top of my head, Kev.
And guys, you know, you never run out of things that you can improve upon.
I think, Greg, it's important to keep that hunger, right? You're always striving to get better and to change things up.
A quick look at how things have been since the All-Star break, checking out the three-point shot ratio for the Warriors.
And they have been feasting from long range, shooting with volume and accuracy. It's been a good recipe for them offensively, and boy, it puts a lot of pressure on opposing defenses to try and cover all that space.
Stolen by Thompson. Buries it down low. Thompson's got his first 2 points.
Listen, make no mistake, this guy is far from just a spot-up shooter. Klay Thompson adept at getting into the lane.
Batum finds Williams. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
I think you always have to be looking for the man in the middle, and he finds him with a great feed that time.
Thompson, and it's good assisting on the play with Livingston. Livingston's got his 6th assist on the night. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
May have been the worst effort you'll see from them all season long. Even for a game they weren't supposed to win, it should not have been that bad.
Knew it would be tough going in, but they were completely overmatched. Skill, effort, everything.
Stephen Curry's checked in for Golden State. Zeller, he's checked in for Charlotte.
Boy, they don't waste any time on that inbound play. Very little the defense can do to react to that one.
Good on the bucket.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Shots good by Walker.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
A baseline J. Durant, no good.
Kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Nick Batum, a versatile swingman out of France, a solid shooter and able to create for himself and his teammates.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Batum. And for Batum, a steady vet, but a huge contract.
Yeah, and that infamous summer of 2016 with the cap spike. I mean, he's a capable starter, but 5 years, $120 million, boy, that's a pretty penny.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Kevon Looney. And it's Draymond Green in for Urebko. Both good from the line that time. Left side Durant. Shoots over Batum. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Kevin Durant on a prototypical KD roll. My man is going.
On the wing, Lamb. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Cousins has got 8 rebounds in this game.
All right, a chance to look at numbers for Kemba Walker. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. Right around 25 points per, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, this is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
First free throw is good. And straight isolation basketball, Doris, something we used to see a lot more of. But for a guy like James Harden or Steph Curry, that's still a very viable option.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, if you've got the likes of LeBron James or Kevin Durant or Chris Paul, guys who are able to create their own offense, to me, you want to take advantage of that skill set. It's about what your personnel strengths are. So can you surround a great creator with the shooters necessary? Because if you do, all of a sudden as a defense, there's a price to pay if you're going to help off. Right, because somewhere, some way, the best offensive talent is going to showcase its skill.
Now Lamb. No points in the game yet for him. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play.
Second personal foul.
That one on Thompson.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Great teamwork. That's something you develop by practicing it over and over again.
One shot. One shot.
Free throw drops for Lamb. Guys, Jeremy Lamb, 2 years at UConn, drafted by the Thunder, but he's come into his own with the Hornets.
Yeah, and what some exec call the second draft, finding young players who, for whatever reason, haven't been able to make an impact with their first team, sometimes that change of scenery and ability to mature can do wonders for a player.
Chalk up two there, and that's 20 points for Steph Curry.
That's just a terrific pass from Klay Thompson. My goodness.
And Walker kicks to Lamb, passes it to Williams. To the middle. The Warriors pull it in.
Boy, I didn't think he had a chance of stopping that lay-in. What a gutsy defensive play.
Charlotte's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Lamb passes to Williams, and it's Williams finishing it off.
Boy, the assist just put on time and on target. Easy shot opportunity.
Curry outside, knocks down the three ball. Curry's got 23 points.
When a player is in his range as soon as he steps across the half-court line, that's almost impossible to check. Welcome, Mr. Curry, to the three party. I'll tell you, his inconsistency not helping their cause at all.
Through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
Well, this guy's not just an outside shooter. I mean, we most identify Steph Curry as the greatest shooter in the NBA right now, but gets inside there. That's pretty.
Zeller finds Walker, and Draymond Green picks up the foul.
Draymond Green.
So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. For Charlotte, they have only one missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
No good on that one. Doors with a more punitive luxury tax, draft picks with their cost-controlled salaries, never more important than they are today.
No doubt, Kevin. I think teams are very hesitant to part with first-round picks because they have been critical. But I think you also have to consider the second-round picks as being valuable assets. Think about the Golden State Warriors. In each of the last 2 years, they have purchased for money a second-round pick from another organization. And both times, those players ended up being critical parts of the rotation. Every draft pick, first or second round, has value. Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Curry. Curry's got 6 assists here tonight.
This guy's trying to close this game out in style. He's not going to stop attacking until he's sure this win is in the books.
To the paint. Here's Batum. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
One shot. One shot.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Golden State's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. And stolen by Zeller. Walker with it. 7 points in the game. Again, the Hornets score. Here's Curry. Cousins dishes to Curry. Back to Cousins. Over Zeller. And the Warriors tack on 2 more. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. He kicks it to Lamb. There's the pass to Williams. Charlotte moving the ball around. Outside, Walker. Back to Zeller.
2 minutes.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 5 assists in the game. They double-team Curry. And the baseline jumper, no good.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. And a wide open look for Walker. Klay Thompson grabs the miss.
Boy, with that much space around him, maybe he's better off attacking the basket than settling for the jumper.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
Thompson comes with the double team. Lamb, good.
I'll tell you, it takes fantastic vision and flawless timing to produce an assist like that.
Took him no time at all on that one. 33 points for Kevin Durant.
Well, there's evidence all over the floor of how well Stephen Curry runs this team. He does a good job keeping them at their pace and making all the right decisions.
The Warriors making a switch here. Cook's checked in. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And Durant, here we go.
Well, Kevin Durant not about to settle for any low percentage shot. My goodness, with authority.
.52 seconds left in the first half of the game. Right side to Walker. Green with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Nicholas Batum.
You simply can't bite on the shot fake, but Kevin Durant makes that a tough task.
The Warriors have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
The first free throw is good. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for the Hornets. Durant nails both of them. And so it's Charlotte with it. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Batum attacking, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. For Charlotte, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
I think sometimes that's all it takes, right? We'll see if it helps them moving forward in this one.
Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. First one falls for him.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Cousins. Cousins has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Charlotte has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. It's good from long range.
3 points.
Kid Gilchrist has got 10 points in the game.
Listen, he's streaky, but if he gets hot, you've got to run people at him. Anything you can do to disrupt his rhythm. Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
And here's Walker. And the dunk by Zeller.
Really well done on that assist. He sees the target inside and puts it right into the hands.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Draymond Green. Draymond, big front court on the other team. Was the game plan to make them adjust to you?
Absolutely. We know their size is what they were going to bank on. Pull them away from the rim a little bit. We were able to knock some shots down.
You look comfortable, and they did not. Thanks a lot, Draymond. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He went on an historic scoring frenzy, tallying a ridiculous number of points and 1 rebound. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half could be more lopsided than the first.
And big fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
As we return to Oracle Arena, we get a glimpse of the commuters on BART, the public transportation system here in the Bay Area. Bay Area Rapid Transit. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
You know, he's so explosive. That little cut he makes, and then it's life above the rim.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And it's all 5 All-Stars out there for the Warriors. Curry, Clay, Durant, Green, and Cousins. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. The Hornets pull it in. Pass to Batum. Plenty of space. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Golden State. DeMarcus Cousins, really the big final name in free agency last summer to land with the team. And Greg, did he shock the NBA world with his selection?
To take a one-year deal with the Warriors, nobody saw this coming. It makes sense for Boogie. Time to rehab and then join a contender for the back half of the season. You would think he'll get a much bigger and longer contract offer after this year.
And this here, to me, speaks to the focus that Draymond Green has. Defense is right there, and he makes the play anyway.
Over in the corner, Williams. And the three off target.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Good on the shot. And it's 8 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
To the paint, here's Zeller. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, he continues to be a dangerous scorer for them, but he can't do it all by himself. Someone else has got to help them climb out of this hole.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Batum attacking, kicks it to Bridges. Off target from outside. The Warriors have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Durant, that's good.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Walker against Curry. Batum for 3. He can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way. Here's Durant, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call. Charlotte the foul.
For 2.
And guys, Cousins blindsided fans and players alike by going to Golden State this past offseason. Cousins knew he'd have to take a prove-it type deal when he entered free agency after that Achilles tear. The deal with the Warriors was put together and finalized fast, and kudos to the Warriors front office for striking when the iron was hot.
That free throw good from Durant.
And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge, also in his opponents' ears as well. And then there's the officials. He tends to like to get in their ears as well.
Good on both. And Draymond Green, Greg, has been among the league leader in technicals. If you're one of his teammates or his coach, do you try to get him to dial it back?
You know, his greatest strength can probably also be his greatest weakness. That fire and motivation, really second to none. But I'd be careful not to hamper that enthusiasm.
Boy, he has exploded. You couldn't ask for a better quarter from a guy.
Stolen by Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
Boy, KD has become such a feared defender, and there creates off his defense an easy opportunity for his teammate.
Charlotte's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Williams kicks to Batum. Goes up the baseline. Second shot opportunity. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, look at how hard he pursues the basketball. Gets out of his area. Terrific work on the offensive glass.
The Hornets have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. Looney's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Charlotte also making some changes. Kaminsky comes in for Zeller. And Monks subbed in for Nicholas Batum.
One shot.
And that one falls for Williams. The Warriors have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. And another basket for Golden State.
Well, this is why so much defensive attention is directed at Steph Curry. But he's still clever at finding the holes he needs to create opportunities.
Now the Warriors moving it up. Thompson with the ball. Here's Looney. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Charlotte making some changes. Biyombo checks in for Williams. And Parker subbed in for Kemba Walker.
Tony Parker.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Parker kicks to Monk. Now here's Parker. All sorts of time. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Parker's got 6 points.
And when Parker gets his legs under him from that mid-range area, he is incredibly accurate. Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating all game at a high level.
It's just so great to see ball movement like this, and he is excellent at getting his teammates involved.
And Green slams it in.
Well, give Steph Curry some props for triggering that break. He makes a great defensive play, and it leads to an easy opportunity.
And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for Charlotte. Parker double-teamed. Pass to Monk. He feeds it to Biyombo. And the dunk by Biyombo.
And that's great to watch Monk share the ball. He's a more than capable passer when his mind is right.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Count that bucket.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Parker kicks to Monk. Curry brings the double. Here's Monk. He's got 7. In the corner, it's Bridges. Off target with his 3. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Here's Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 33 points for Steph Curry.
Boy, once Stephen Curry starts to cook, it's like an avalanche. The guy can score at will from anywhere.
And then Biyombo with the dunk.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Here's Durant. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Durant's got 55.
Boy, we're getting to the stretch run, and this guy is not cooled off. He is not about to let this lead slip away.
Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's Bridges. Green with the rebound. Green's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Durant, and another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long.
Bismarck Biyombo.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times, I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Lamb's checked in.
Shooting 1.
That's good from Durant. Now Parker. He has 6. Dishes to Biyombo. Down low. Lamb, good. Lamb's got his 3rd bucket of the night. You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or two, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 6 assists here tonight.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Parker kicks to Monk. Lets it go from deep. Shot clock reset for Charlotte. Another shot. Biyombo. That's good. Biyombo's got 14 points for the game.
This guy is very solid close to the rim. Biyombo knows when to be assertive on the interior. In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
Hornets shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. In the corner, it's Monk. Takes a three. Hits it from three-point range. 10 points for him.
And you got to love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
T-shirt. Let's hear it, fans.
Changes for Golden State. Jerebko's checked in for Draymond Green. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And Cook subbed in for Curry. The Hornets also with a sub. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Biyombo. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Boy, how crafty is Sean Livingston getting into space in the mid-range. This is his game right here.
Here's Monk. No good with the triple. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Here's Looney. From outside, off the mark. And it's Kidd-Gilchrist with the ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Here's Monk. Off target at the rim. Here's Cook. The three-pointer, no good. Hornets shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Here's Monk. And the Hornets miss again.
Well, you don't get much more wide open inside the arc. He simply got to make that shot.
And a miss there on the triple. Parker looking over the floor. And there's Monk on the assist by Parker. 13 points for Malik Monk.
How about the quickness of that release by Monk? An experienced catch-and-shoot player who feels comfortable firing from deep.
Parker outside. No good with the triple. Golden State's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. You look at Denver. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, the Golden State Warriors, right there with them. They're all tied up atop the standings.
And, well, for the Warriors, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And their job now is a simple one. Keep doing exactly what they've been doing and get themselves in the best position possible for the postseason.
From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Charlotte.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
And the Hornets making a change here. Batum's checked in. Here's Lamb. Off target from outside. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum. And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Pass to Monk. He kicks to Lamb. Charlotte moving it around. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Iguodala. It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
Lamb passes to Kid Gilchrist. Clock at 6. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Releases from 15. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 9 points for Lamb. Lamb's gone 4 of 9 in field goal attempts. Shot from the wing. It's not going to go for him. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Right side, Batum. And the pass to Monk. 41 seconds left here in the third quarter. Kaminsky kicks to Lamb. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Lamb's got 12.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Well, the release of Sean Livingston coming in handy. Defense in his grill, no problem.
It's stolen by Livingston. Offline with the baseline jumper. Outside, Batum. And he makes that one. And that's 15 points for Malik Monk.
I tell you, Monk can fill it up in a hurry. Well, once he gets on fire, the D knows they're going to be in for a long night.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Back to the action after this word. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth, we've got Michael Kid Gilchrist, Hernan Gomez out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Shelvin Mack, and it's Batum in at the two guard. We know James Harden joined Durant and Westbrook in winning league MVP honors, Doris. Had those three stayed together in Oklahoma City, is there any doubt in your mind that they would have won at least one NBA championship?
Well, you think back to the time they worked together, and they did go to an NBA Finals and ended up being eliminated by LeBron James and the Miami Heat. So obviously, you like the opportunity they would have had to go to more. And let's give a little credit to the great GM of the Oklahoma City franchise, Sam Presti, who is responsible for the drafting of 3 MVP candidates. That in and of itself is quite remarkable. But you know this, Kevin. Success and failure, there is such a fine line. And there's a tenuous nature to things, an injury at the wrong time. So many times this trio was tripped up by an untimely situation. So, I mean, if they stay together, yes, you like their chances, but this is why history states otherwise.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Bridges, he's checked in for Frank Kaminsky.
Hornets substitution. Miles Bridges.
Now, here's Bridges, defended by Jerebko. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. And here's Mack now. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. It's stolen by Bogut. Wide open look, and it's in there.
And comfortably squaring up from the mid-range there. Nice touch by Bogut.
And for the Hornets, their shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Inside, Hernan Gomez.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Bogut's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. It's stolen by Bogut. And finished off by Bogut.
That's a big-time body, right? Bogut able to power it down. Difficult to stop when he gets that kind of space inside.
And here's Charlotte. Mack with the ball. Doris, for both charting game action and improving player health, the players now are being tracked by the player tracking devices or chips in their jersey during a game.
I love it, Kevin, because what it enables teams to do is measure the impact and the toll it can take on a player. For example, we now know that player X ran 5 miles on this particular night in this game action environment. And what that affords you is, okay, if you have a back-to-back situation, then you're going to be more careful with that player's minutes the next night. Or if it's an off day, Kevin, you can just say to that player, listen, unless we're doing a walkthrough, you're not involved. I want you off your feet and recovering. Anything that helps the competitive environment that these players are playing in, I'm all for it, Kev.
That was an excellent example. I like that.
I tell you what, his accuracy has been the story of this game.
No doubt. I mean, he's doing his best to guide his team to victory. Superb job shooting the ball in this final period.
To the inside. Warriors with the rebound. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Here's Iguodala. Does not go down. That miss makes him 7 for 12 in the game. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. And it's in there. Bridges has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just a high-energy player. Bridges brings the aggression every possession.
The Hornets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. To the middle, here's Hernan Gomez.
I'll tell you, he takes the window of opportunity and delivers a nice pass into the post.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's your Rebko. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got his 8th assist here tonight. For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Walker finds Hernan Gomez. And it's sent back by Bogut.
How about that extension and timing? A couple of reasons why Bogut led the NBA in blocks back in 2011. I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
Some reports claim, Doris, that basketball is the fastest growing team sport. Do you think it has a chance to overtake football as the most popular sport in the U.S.?
Well, listen, anybody who is covering and carrying the games of the NBA is thrilled right now. The ratings for the NBA are off the charts. It increases in popularity every year. But let's remember the foundational sport in the United States of America is football. And the ratings for football, the NFL in particular, still dwarf the NBA. But the reality is there are challenges that the NFL faces. What those challenges have on the long-term business success in terms of, the concussions and the long-term implications, we don't yet know, Kevin. And if we could all fast forward 10 to 15 years into the future, it'll be fascinating to look back and say, wow, this was a seminal moment for both sports.
Great perspective. And the shot goes down.
Well, with the size and athleticism, Bismack Biyombo has the capability of getting on a scoring roll.
Connects from three-point range. And that's now 18 points for Andre Iguodala.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Here's Hernan Gomez. Back to Mack. Here's the 3. The Warriors pull it in. Jerebko's got his 4th rebound in this one. Shoots from the baseline. Iguodala no good. For Charlotte, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them. Bridges passes to Walker. Misses the 3.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Another miss by Iguodala. Charlotte has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Mack. Charlotte again missing. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. A drive by Iguodala. Buries it down low. Iguodala has got 20.
Iguodala at his best. A terrific drive. Gets to the rim with ease.
Over to the left wing. Mack. From outside, off the mark.
As off as he's been this quarter, it's not helping them to trim the deficit.
Pass to Bogut. Over Mack. No good from Bogut. Charlotte shooting it well here in the fourth quarter at 50%. To the inside. Biyombo kicks to Walker. To the middle. Here's Mack. Back falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
Assist goes to
Walker's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Now a timeout called by Golden State. A lot of times late in the season, Doris, we see the expensive vets bought out of their contracts. Often they sign for a cheap price for a true contender, and that affects parity among postseason qualifiers.
No doubt about it, Kevin. It really brings into very sharp focus the value of a quality GM, because the rich can get richer, and it can tilt things toward the top teams. I don't mind it, Kevin. Part of the reason these players agree to a buyout in the first place is the opportunity to choose their next situation. It is within the rules, and therefore I have no problem with it.
I like it as well. Here. Thompson's checked in, and a switch here also for Charlotte. Tony Parker's checked in for Walker. Here is Cook, covered by Parker. And again, no good by Golden State. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Bridges passes to Parker. That 3 off the mark. Warriors have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Bogut trying to get open. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Bogut. And it's 8 points for Klay Thompson.
Kev, you enjoyed that court vision, didn't you? Bogut, a great feel for the game, quickly locates the open man.
And here is Bridges. Out to the right wing. Inside. Parker's shot is off. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Baseline J on the way. Here's McKinney. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
He just punishes you on the backboard. I mean, it's pretty deflating for a team trailing big and still giving up second chance opportunities.
I think he senses a team on the ropes, and he's looking to put them away. That killer instinct is shining through once again. It has not been pretty, and you just wonder when they're going to start showing some more fight at that end of the floor. It has to happen at some point.
Here's Bridges, and it's good on the assist by Parker.
He hits one in the first half, another here. Not prolific, but the defense has to keep an eye on him.
It's Thompson off the drive. Good on the bucket. Thompson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Parker finds Biyombo. Parker inside. Mack laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
The Warriors shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. Count the basket. Jerebko's got 21 in the game.
Well, everything starts with a great pass, right? That's really pretty.
Parker passes to Biyombo. Charlotte moving it around. Inside. Here's Hernan Gomez, and he dunks it down.
Oh, with determination, Kevin. Key characteristic when you watch Willie play.
Here's Bogut. Biyombo with the block. Now, here's Parker. Down low. No good. Shot missing. Good D by Thompson. Here's Cook. And that one's on target from the wing.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Charlotte shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Parker with a clean look. No good from outside. And for the Warriors, they're shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field. The shot's good from Jerebko.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Hornets shooting fairly well in the fourth, around 48%. It's stolen by Jerebko. And here's the fast break. Cook leading the way. And Thompson throws it down.
Well, don't let the pretty stroke fool you. Thompson will throw it down every now and again. You've got to keep him out of the paint.
Thompson's gone 6 of 7 so far. Boy, he's making it look easy here, isn't he? And Mack kicks to Parker. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Jerebko. Jerebko's got 6 rebounds in the game. It's Thompson off the drive. And another basket for Golden State.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Passes to Parker. You look at the state of the game. International leagues getting better and better, Doris. There's no doubt about it. We see it at Olympic times and during FIBA play in between. We see a lot of NBA players who have spent time abroad. I think they come back better.
I don't think there's any doubt about that, Kevin. I think wherever you can hone your craft and do it in a competitive environment where winning and losing is at stake on a nightly basis, it has so many opportunities for learning and growth. So, okay, I can't turn it over 5 times in a competitive environment, regardless of what league I'm playing in, because that's to the detriment of my team. If I'm lazy on the defensive end, I'm going to get exposed by good offensive players. To me, Kev, I love any time there's competitive basketball being played. I want to watch it.
Love that answer.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
And the pass to Hernan Gomez. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under their belt.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Steph Curry.
Boy, their ball movement was terrific, and I thought he was the key to that. This guy conducted the offense, kept everyone involved, and spread the basketball.
Got that one up quick.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Well, you can't have any room for error late in a game like this, so they put the finishing touches in style. I love how they closed.
It's Parker with the drive. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Well, when Parker uses that burst of speed on the drive, he's nearly impossible to get in front of.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're ahead. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. present our Jordan Player of the Game, Steph Curry.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Tries from 16. They grab their own miss. Bogut laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Oh, there's no doubt. This crowd is into it, and it's because of how well their guys have played tonight.
Parker kicks to Kaminsky. Shoots the three. Warriors with the rebound. Here's Livingston, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
With the shot.
Here's Parker. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Andrew, you've been called underrated so often, now it's overrated. What do you think about that?
I don't really care what the media say. I'm overrated, underrated, injury prone. I'm good enough, I'm not good enough, so it doesn't really matter. As long as we keep winning games, I really don't care. I'm not a stats guy, so for all the fantasy players out there, I don't care about fantasy. I'm just trying to win games.
That's going to make a lot of fantasy people very disappointed, but I suspect you don't care. Congratulations, Andrew. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.